I'm using 2 of these Christmas tag signs that I got from Dollar Tree. And for the first tag, I'll be using Waverly chalk paint in the color Ocean. Once that's covered, you want to just put that aside to let it completely dry. And then for the second tag, I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson. And again, I just applied that using 1 coat. And once that is completely covered, you want to just allow that to completely dry. Now, once the tags are completely dry, for the blue one, I'm using this stencil that I got off of Amazon. I will post the link in the description above, so I'm just finding a good placement for it, and then to hold it down to make sure that it does not move, I'm just using some blue painter's tape. Now I'm using folk art chalk paint in the color white, and I'm just using a dabber. So a very important step when stenciling and you're using a dabber or sponge, start off with a small amount on your dabber. If you have too much on there, just offload it on your work surface. And if you have too much on your dabber, it could lead to some bleeding. And I always tell everybody you could always add more paint, but you can't take paint that you already applied back off. And once that's completely covered, here's my favorite part, that peel and reveal. Look at how cute this is. I just love it so much. And let's put that aside and work on that red tag. So I made this welcome cutout using my Cricut machine, but I have seen some really cute stencils at Hobby Lobby that have welcome on it. So I'm just placing my vinyl down, taking off that transfer tape, using that same dabber and chalk paint in the color white. I'm just putting a bare minimum of the paint on my dabber and then just going all throughout the opening of my Cricut stencil until it is completely covered. And once covered, I just peeled that vinyl right off, and I just love how this came out. So now grabbing both of those tags, now I'm just going to glue them together. I placed the welcome one a little bit higher than the star one, and I just placed some adhesive glue. You could also use E6000 with a mixture of hot glue, and just held those together until that glue was completely dry. And then for my hanger, I just used some nautical rope. So I did just put some blue painter's tape on the edges. This just makes it so much easier to go through those holes without that rope fraying up on you. And then I just tied both of the ends in a little knot. So now I'm going to show you a really easy way to make a fluffy bow. So all you're going to want to do is take the tail end and fold it. And then I just continued to fold it a total of 4 times. You want to just scrunch it up in the middle. I just used a clamp to hold it together. And then I just did the same thing to another ribbon. So just kept folding it, and I folded it for a total of 4 times, clamped it up in the middle, and then once those were complete, I put one on top of the other, and then I'm holding it all together using a zip tie. And you want to tighten that zip tie as tight as it'll go. And then once that is complete, you want to just fluff that bow out. And once that is fluffed out, I just use some hot glue, and I just place that bow at the top left corner of these tags. Look at how awesome this came out. I absolutely love creating this. I hope this inspires you to create your own. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so much, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.